In today's video, I'm going to be explaining a backrooms level that indeed broke my mind. And I'm going to assume that it's going to break yours too. The level is known as 52525252 repeating, and it is one of the most unique concepts for a backrooms level that I've ever come across. So without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into this explanation. Let's see what we can get into with this level. Level 525252 repeating of the backrooms, aka the recursion, has been given a class 0 difficulty. The main difficulty and the only difficulty in the level is just how hard it is to exit, and it's really not that hard. But nevertheless, the levels page begins with a warning notice that says, "Caution, you are in a recursive area." And if you're like me and you didn't know what recursive meant, it simply means something that repeats over and over and over until the goal or the object of that thing is achieved. In mathematics, this relates to the repeated use of a rule or a procedure, and in computing, that relates to the programs that might require many successive actions to happen. If none of that makes sense, and in simple terms, this level repeats itself over and over and over, forever. And now, you have found yourself inside of it, so here is what you might see. Yet another warning exists beneath the last one that I just read to you, and this one says, "Do not lose sight of the exit." And that's going to be a phrase that you want to keep in your head while you're in this level. When you first get sent to this place, you will immediately notice what your surroundings look like. In front of you will be a small square-shaped room with another entrance behind it on that back wall that leads to another small square room that looks identical to the one you're in. And past that next room is a doorway that leads to the exact same room, and then so on and so forth. Each of these rooms has a large window on the right wall that shines a dim light inside of it. There's also a ceiling light above, which is the main source of light here in the level. On each of the walls, there are a couple of different electrical outlets, with nothing plugged into them, might I add, and just kind of there. And tucked away on the left side of each room is some sort of chair that you can sit in. But the most unique thing that you probably have already seen and are asking yourself what it is the signs that are on the right side of each of these rooms. These signs are the warning that I read to you at the beginning of this video. Caution, you're in a recursive area, do not lose sight of the exit. Since this level is entirely recursive, this means that any action taken in one of the rooms is going to also occur in the next room, and the next room, and the next room, and so on, infinitely and infinitely on. For example, if you go to the window here and you grab the blinds and you start shaking them around, every single room past yours will also have their blinds shaking around. It's like a giant mirror maze, except there's no mirrors and it's just an infinite repeating section of rooms. Another oddity that this level possesses is that the ceiling lights above you will slowly get dimmer and dimmer the further you walk or run down this hallway. So it might be bright when you're right under it, but if you run a few miles and you look back, it'll be dark. The recursion is devoid of any resources or any supplies or anything for that matter. There's nothing here. And you also can't even run into other wanderers here either. There's no creatures, there's no entities, there's no hidden danger. There's nothing except these small repeating rooms and the signs forever and ever and ever. Like I said earlier though, each of these repeating rooms has a window on it that has these blinds. If you peel back those blinds and you look outside, you won't be able to see anything except just a white void. Now this white light doesn't really illuminate much inside of the actual rooms here, but you need to keep this window thing and this void in your mind because it'll be useful in the exit section. This level entirely and truthfully serves no purpose. There is no main objective to complete here. You're not trying to outrun some creature. You're not trying to survive. You're just walking infinitely through repeated rooms for mathematic infinity. Instead, this place is usually used by wanderers as some sort of pit stop or like a rest area on your journey throughout the backrooms. You can sit down in these places, you can relax in the chairs that are here, and you won't have to worry about entities or weird effects or anything of that nature. The level's quiet too, so you could go pretty good and get some nice sleep here for once. I'm sure it's really hard to sleep in the backrooms, but you could do it here safely. But all of that safety stuff aside, you still need to listen to the warning that's all over the level and that I've told you a million times in this video. Do not lose sight of the exit. That might sound basic at first. How could you lose sight when the doorway is right in front of you? But if you don't acknowledge where that exit is, the recursion could break and corrupt, and therefore the sequence of rooms would be ended, and you might find yourself running into a dead end with no escape. This, of course, could cause people to get lost in the recursion forever, and that's not where you want to be. I don't think so. But other than that, this level's chill. To enter said level, you can do so by accidentally no-clipping and ending up here. You can't do it on purpose, sorry, but that's pretty hard to do usually, so the more consistent way of doing it is by falling asleep inside of any chair of any type on any level. This could be a recliner, this could be a gaming chair, this could be a folding chair. You just gotta fall fully asleep in it, and you have the option of being sent here. And you might want to come here because it's pretty just a chill place if you want to take a little respite from your adventures through the backrooms without having to worry about getting consumed or eaten. The only way to leave these infinitely repeating rooms of the recursion is to go to one of the windows, open up the blinds, open up the window, and climb out into the white void beyond. This white void is nondescript, it's not a level itself, but you just gotta jump out into it, and it'll send you to any level in the backrooms. Good or bad. You don't really get to choose, and it chooses for you, so you can do this at your own risk. But the recursion level 52525252 and so on is truly an outlier in the backrooms canon. It's safe, but it's not. It's easy, but it's not. It's there, but is it? And just like that, my mind is officially broken. Nice. I do think this is one of the most unique concepts for a backrooms level that I have ever come across. Many of the backrooms levels talk about being infinite or being ever generating and never running out of real estate, but this place is simply just like an 8x8 room that repeats itself over and over and over. And if you look away from the exits, or if you don't see where the exit is in front of you, it could break all of the recursion and thus corrupt the hallway that you're in, leaving you stranded. So just like the warning at the beginning of the level says, do not look away from the exit. Leave a like down below if you think you could survive the recursion. If you would just come here and chill for a little bit, explore these little tiny rooms, maybe sleep on a couch or something like that, do whatever you want to. Even though, like always, when I say this literally every single time, I know you're lying. I know one of you would probably think you're funny just to look away from the exit, and then you would literally just like get turned into pixels and die. That's probably all you guys, to be fair. Alright, that's it for the video. Thank you for watching until the end. If you did indeed enjoy it, drop a like so I know that you want me to upload more. I don't know. I got a bunch of cool stuff coming here for the Broogly channel, as well as the Spoogly and Toogly channels. Go check them out in the description below if you want more from me. Thank you for all you do. I love and appreciate each and every one of you. Don't forget to tell somebody that you love them too, because life is too short not to. With all that said, all that yapping out of the way, hopefully you don't get lost in the recursion, and hopefully you like this video. Bye-bye.